we have an amazing episode of Joe Rogan to watch here because Christopher Ryan is back.
Oh, I love him.
Hey, ya. Remember Chris Ryan, that fraud? He wrote Sex at Dawn. He's that blonde guy who looks like the dead guy from all those Boogie Nights movies. Who's that actor I'm thinking of? But it's Christopher Ryan. And remember, Christopher Ryan was on Joe Rogan. We'll never forget this. And he goes, you know, Andre 3000.
I sent you the song if you want to do his intro.
The Christopher Ryan intro? Oh, okay.
While you talk, you can play it in the background.
This was the cover that he liked.
Yeah.
So Christopher Ryan was on Joe Rogan and he goes, I saw an acoustic version of Outkast's Hey Ya. And I was listening to the lyrics and they're actually really deep.
Well, my baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure.
If you really think about it.
And but does she really wanna, but can't stand to see me walk out the door.
Can't stand to see her walk out the door. Think about
Can't
that.
stand to fight the feeling, cause the thought alone is killing me right now.
Killing me right now. I mean, these are deep
Well,
lyrics.
thank God for mom and dad for sticking two together, cause we don't know how.
Hey, ya. Think about this. Hey, ya. Hey, ya. I mean, really deep.
Hey,
Ya. This is what he loves. If we can find that clip.
hey,
Yeah.
Wow. So Chris Ryan saw this exact cover and gushed over it. So he must be on drugs too. Only people on drugs fall for something like this. And Chris Ryan is this big hot dog. He wrote Sex at Dawn. Now, every other intellectual in the world has read Sex at Dawn and found they find these extreme holes in Christopher Ryan's plan. So we did some looking around. We found out that Christopher Ryan is one of these sex guys. Christopher Ryan is a big sex guy, and what he wants is he wants to be married, but he also wants to sleep with whatever slut he could find. So he's come up with this theory where men have to actually, oh yeah, he wrote a whole book on how actually if you want the man to be properly fed, you have to allow him to have sex with all of these women. But it was really just a big scam on his own wife. All
Yes.
right. And, an excuse for his appetite for women. And a lot of intellectuals, they read this book, they see right through it.
I would be super cautious about Sex at Dawn as a book. That particular finding, I think, is probably right.
Why would you be cautious about Sex at Dawn as a book?
Because the book is, I believe, quite cherry-picked in order to produce a particular, what I regard as a false sophistication about human sexual behavior.
It makes us out to be wantonly promiscuous across time in a way that doesn't seem to actually fit with a more careful reading of what we are.
How dare you, Chris Ryan? How dare you?
Joe Rogan thinks Chris Ryan is the best. He was back on Joe's show. I think a lot of
Well,
foolish...
Kanye did say that geniuses have a high sex drive.
Yeah, well, there's that.
So maybe he's a genius.
He was back on Joe Rogan's show. A lot of foolish mistakes. Should we open it up, see what happens here today? Chris Ryan on Joe Rogan. Let's check this out. Here he is. Powerful motherfucking Chris Ryan. Oof. It's coming. Powerful Chris Ryan. It's not powerful. Listen to this. Here it
And
comes.
now the official hello.
I love this.
Hello, Chris Ryan.
Hello, officially.
What's going on, buddy? How are you?
Everything.
You distinguished-looking motherfucker.
Am I just...
What? Joe goes, you distinguished looking motherfucker. And then it cuts to him. How is this distinguished? Look at this guy. This is a sleaze. He's wearing a puka shell necklace under a really cheap shirt from Target. This is a Massimo. And he's got these cheap-ass glasses. And he's ready to spew some fucking bullshit. Let's hear him.
And now the official hello.
fucking.
Hello, Chris Ryan.
Hello, officially.
What's going on, buddy? How are you?
Everything.
You distinguished-looking motherfucker.
Am I distinguished? Well, that's.
Am I
distinguished?
The goatee, the whole deal.
Yeah, it comes and goes. I don't know.
You're embarrassed of it?
What have you been up to, man? I've been following your Instagram chronicles.
Have you?
You're traveling the world in a van. What are you doing?
Oh,
Anthropology.
he's got a Spreaker van. He calls it van tropo.
Sprinter van.
Spreaker. Anyone living out of a van right now is the world's biggest con man. I can't prove it. I just know it's true, Bill
Even
Maher.
Dean.
Yes. There's a lot of people doing hashtag van life right now. Let it be known. These are men who are terrible with their money and for some reason can't rent apartments anymore. They've blown that opportunity with their creditors. So Chris Ryan is now living in a Sprinter van, going town to town, picking up senoritas, having sex in the bed, drinking beers, listening to Hey Ya covers. In the back. Van life is a psyop. Yes. Living in a van. Oh, yes. People are living in a van. Dean is sickly. People know Dean. We're oathy. Listen to this. I can't listen to Rogan anymore. You got that right. We've got some more examples of why you can't listen to him. They used to travel in wagons and sell potions, yes. Van life is a government-sponsored campaign to destroy culture, someone says. I like the sound of that. This is the Hey Ya talk. Oh, we have the Hey Ya clip? Xander has it?
Yes.
Let's play it.
Live with that. We
Good-
go live
good
without
bye,
that.
516.
516, if you know what I mean. Thank you, Xander, so much, because I feel like, and I'll drink to this one, I feel like every time we mention Chris Ryan, we should play this.
It's important.
Look at this butt fucker. He is an anus man. All right, cheers. Listen to this.
My favorite example of a song that sort of misleads you. I mean, I really like songs where the cover's better than the original because the person doing the cover gets what the song's about better than the original artist does. I mean, All Along the Watchtower, Hendrix's version is way better than Dylan's, right? Dylan actually said that. But my favorite example in recent music is Hey Ya by Outkast.
Oh, okay.
You know, shake it like a Polaroid picture. Hey,
Thank
my baby don't mess around because she loves me so. And
Yeah,
this I know
yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure. You know, it's real upbeat, da-da-da. Listen to the words. But does she really want to, but can't stand to see me walk out the door? Don't try to stop the feeling because the thought alone is killing me right now.
Oh, it's so
Thank
deep.
God for mom and dad for sticking two together because we don't know how.
Yeah, read any song on MDMA's lyrics and it will sound deep. It's a song. It's just a poem with some words. So you can find meaning in any song. The fact that he's doing this and Joe Rogan is going along with this. You know, Joe forgets what kind of guy he is. One day, Joe is sickened by this and makes fun of people who would say something like this. The next day, he's going right along with it. If Chris Ryan were here and said this, I'd go, "You gay? The fuck are you? Hey, yeah."
Thank God for mom and dad for sticking two together because we don't know how. It's all about how we don't know how to love each other.
Oh!
Yeah, hey fellas, what's cooler than being cool? Ice cold.
He's serious. This is crazier than I remember.
I know every time we watch this, it's more insane.
This is fucking nuts. Yeah, Xander says, come on, lock him up. Yep. That's the electric chair. I heard Richard Thompson cover Oops, I Did It Again. Really opened my eyes. Yeah, very funny. Oops, I did it again. I came into your heart. Something like
Got
that.
lost in the game.
Lost in the game.
If what they say is nothing lasts forever, then what makes love the exception? Oh, why are we so in denial when we know we're not happy here?
Whoa.
It's a really sad...
Oh! Did you see Joe's face? Wait.
So in denial when we know we're not happy here.
Whoa.
It's a
Whoa. Shut the fuck up! Oh, it's like I almost want to become a black belt so I could... anyone could beat up Joe, by the way. His muscles, as ripped as he is, his muscles fit inside mine. So what's the point? Whoa. Yeah, that's pretty deep. Hey, whoa.
Why are we so in denial when
Look
we
at
know
this.
we're not happy here?
Whoa.
It's a really...
So if he's going to allow this behavior and play into it, well, fuck you, Joe. You're a real liar. I think he's putting this all on as an act. He's either so stupid or he just wants money and he'll side with anyone. Wait till you see what he's done today. Whoa.
Really sad song.
Super sad. Yeah.
There's a dude who did a cover of it, Obadiah Parker.
See, the thing that I really like about...
He gets it. He gets the sadness of it.
Wow.
Play some of that.
Stand to see me walk out the door.
This is crazy. This is happening.
I can't stand to fight the feeling, cause the thought alone is killing me right now.
Holy shit.
Depressing.
Thank God
This is really
for
good.
Mom and
This is
Dad
really
for
good.
sticking to
That's Joe
together,
Rogan,
'cause
your
we
buddy.
don't know how.
And then there's people online who think Joe Rogan is like the man. They're like, dude, if anyone knows about DMT and ayahuasca, it's Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan did fake weed from a head shop twice, thought it was DMT and thinks he's an expert. He don't know nothing about drugs. He's never done coke. He's not the man. He's a fucking pussy. The hardest thing Joe does is run around the fucking canyon with his dog. I'll admit, I can't run barefooted through a canyon all day, okay? You got me there, Joe. But other than that, he's a fucking feeg. Here.
Wow.
Hey,
Wow,
This is fucking great.
Are
People
you
right now screaming at their phone.
hey,
You're retarded, Joe Rogan.
Yes!
You don't know what great is.
Yes!
I'm so fucking sick.
See, he remembers that he has listeners where they would be fucking puking if they saw this behavior. You're retarded, Joe. Yes! Maybe that's where I got that from. Him.
Your music tastes. It's so bad, bro. Your music
Now,
tastes
this
are
goes
so
beyond music taste. This is a real show of your chameleon personality and your forgetfulness of your own ideas, okay? That's what it is. It has nothing to do with musical taste, all right? I like that cover. That's one of my favorite songs. Hey Ya. I hated Hey Ya, by the way, the minute it came out.
Really?
It
I
was
don't believe
so
you.
played out. The minute it came out, I was annoyed by it.
What about Sorry, Miss Jackson?
No, I didn't really like any of the popular Outkast songs. I found them to be really overplayed. Okay, so now we've got a new episode with Chris Ryan, and
baffled.
Boy, are we going to be baffled here. So they're together. Chris Ryan is distinguished now. Let's go to 30:55.
So Joe's been talking for like 10 minutes at this point about how he gets a runner's high from running the hills with Marshall.
Wow, good. I'm glad I brought that up. So he's been talking about how he gets a runner's high. And then they're going to talk about some other natural highs that you could get. Remember, these guys are always chasing the dragon as long as the dragon is fucking... Here we go. Two weirdos having a conversation. Listen to this.
Oh, poor Stoli.
I know.
Well, it's common.
Doesn't always work.
No. Yeah, it helps me get going because I know that he needs exercise.
Yeah.
It does.
The dog.
But it helps me too. And it's fun. Like, I talk to him when we run, you know?
Yeah.
Like, as we're running, you know.
Joe Rogan thinks life is only happening to him. As if nobody
yes,
else
people
experiences
talks to their
the most.
dogs.
He goes, I actually, when me and my dog are hanging out, I actually talk to him. Yeah. I say, like, hey, man, how are you doing? We know, Joe, celebrities get so egoed, they forget that everyone has the same thoughts. We were watching two comics sit around, and they were discussing how their brains work versus our brains. And they were going like,
It was Brad Williams and Santino, and they were talking about looking up bestiality porn with like a gorilla fucking a woman or something
So Brad
like that.
Williams and Santino were on their podcast, and they were talking about looking at bestiality porn. And they're going, like, I see bestiality porn, and because we're comics, our comic brain already starts going to the comedy about bestiality. Whereas normal people would see that and just see like a porn. We have like a... No. Anybody, a guy fucking... We all have the comedic... It's insane how much they think that they're... So the simplest things impress themselves about themselves. Listen to this. This gets so sick.
I have little conversations with him.
Yeah. Cool.
Fun.
And he's not judging you, right?
He doesn't give a fuck. I could be fat. I could be covered in shit. He wouldn't give a
We
fuck.
know
Probably
dogs.
prefer that. Make you more interesting.
Yeah, but the runner's high is a real thing. But you have to achieve some level of fitness before I think it kicks in.
Imagine telling somebody about the runner's high. In the year 2019, we've heard again. Joe, we weren't born yesterday. We don't need all the information we already know again.
Yeah, I closest I've come to that is the sex high. You know,
Post. Yeah.
The sex high. The closest he's come to a runner's high is the sex high. Just as exhausting for him. Joe could run for 21 miles up and down hills in the canyon. He could have sex for 6 minutes. It's the exact same thing. He gets a sex high, like Joe gets a runner's high. That's actually really funny considering how out of shape and pathetic he is.
I didn't want to put in the full thing, but it was really funny that Joe was talking about the runner's high for so long, and he was just waiting to say it and switched it into
so
the
he
sex
gets
high.
a sex high, and now the two are going to talk about, Ashley Butterfield from the fucking UK says, you mean an orgasm? Yes. Listen.
closest I've come to that is the sex high. You know,
Post. Yeah.
No, during.
Post-coital.
You know, it's like
during.
You.
maybe there's like a workout element to that.
Well, sex when you're really aroused and you're really attracted to the person, like in the middle of the act of it, it's like you're on a drug.
And now you're under my control.
Imagine these guys fucking.
Sex is like a drug, especially when you're really coming hard. I'm Joe Rogan. Imagine my little rock hard butt going turbo jackhammer from behind. Imagine those two rock hard cheeks right up in the air as he jackhammers a woman with all the power of the earth's energy.
Yeah, maybe there's like a workout element to that.
Well, sex when you're really aroused and you're really attracted to the person, like in the middle of the act of it, it's like you're on a drug.
Yeah.
It can be like this incredible elevation where you're high, sick. Basically. You're high in this crazy
endorphins,
aroused state.
Yeah. And you have that hyper focus that you're talking about, you know, removing anxiety. You're not thinking about
I am.
you know, anything other than where you are. It's one of those beautiful moments. I had a guy on my podcast recently who's like a legend in the
sex field,
the world of like high risk stuff. He's a base jumper and he flies with his wings.
I'm based B. Watch out, you might get pinched.
He actually pinches me like 3 times a day and it fucking hurts.
Well,
I've got bruises all over my body.
I'm based B. That's my name in the streets. Based B. Watch out, you might get stung. AKA pinched because I don't have a stinger.
Suits.
What's his name?
Oh, fuck. What is his name? He lives in Bozeman, Montana.
Andy Stump?
No.
Ew.
That's crazy because my friend Andy Stump lives in Montana too.
I'm sure.
Wow, that's really nuts, man. You should give him a call and talk about your arousal. Is that it for that clip?
Yeah.
The arousal? So that's fucking sick, right? Check this out. We'll go to another one. This is fun. Chris Ryan has a wife.
Should I pull up a pic?
Yeah, he has a black wife. Hashtag Black Wives Matter. It's one of our favorite segments on here. I love when a white shacks up with a black. This is his wife. Let's see.
There's a more close-up picture if you scroll up.
She looks like something from. She looks like the villain from Temple of Doom. The guy villain. Remember the guy on the bridge at the end? Get me the guy on the bridge at the end. You said there's another close-up coming?
Yeah, I sent another one, and then there's one.
Get me the guy
too.
from Temple of Doom in the bridge. Look at that. Now, she's pretty. And really, there's nothing wrong with this. So Christopher Ryan is going to tell a story. Do you think that little part would make it good on YouTube? Do you think people would like that part?
No.
That I just did?
I don't think so.
They wouldn't like it. They wouldn't understand. She's cute, they're saying. She's a cutie. Says another guy, though. That's a solid negative 7.6. She looks like Scatman Carruthers. Did you get me the guy from Temple of Doom? Let's see if they look the same. Here's his wife. How will this work on YouTube? Here's the bridge scene. Did you see the guy, though? Here we go. I love this scene. This movie's still very good.
I love it.
Way better than Star Wars. He's gonna fall. Ah! A gator? Look at those. See, if you don't have special effects, don't feel bad to use a gator. Gators still work in every movie. Here's the guy. Look at this guy. He's coming up. Get off my bridge! Look. Here's his friends coming up. Wiggling and... This is my first introduction to the Arab nation. So, this was good. There's his buddy.
Let her go, Molaram. You are in a position.
There. That's his wife. That's Chris Ryan's wife. This guy, if he put on a curly wig, that is exactly what Chris Ryan's wife looks like. Okay? The bad guy from Temple of Doom, the guy who rips out the heart. How does he get... Look at all these guys. These Mumbais, as I call them. Need a ticket, kid? Yeah, exactly. So listen to this story that he's going to tell now that you know about his wife. Right? Wait till you hear this story at 1:29:24, and you could... This is real. Listen to this amazing story. You guys are going to die. 1:29:24. Chris Ryan tells a story. Now, remember, Chris Ryan lives all...
And they're talking about visiting Thailand.
Vietnam.
Right.
Vietnam. And Chris Ryan is one of those guys where every 3 months he goes to Spain, Vietnam. He's lived everywhere.
Has sex with many women.
Yeah. So he's talking about how he lived in Vietnam for 3 months.
Soft spice. It's really nice. Yeah. Did you go to Laos at all?
No.
That's an interesting place. Really good. Yeah.
Humble bragging about where they
I heard
live.
Vietnam's amazing.
You know,
that was Bourdain's one of his favorite places.
Yeah, he loved it. I know. I was there for 3 months in Vietnam. I didn't dig it that much.
Why?
There's some really beautiful places, but I was traveling with Casilda, my wife, who's dark-skinned.
Oh, you don't
say. And there's a
say.
lot of racism.
Oh.
She got harassed a lot because everyone assumed that she was a local. And with me, makes her a prostitute.
Everyone in Vietnam assumed my wife was a prostitute and harassed her. Sorry. That's the definition of what? Cockitude. Everyone, imagine you go to Vietnam. Oh, yeah. Hey, did you like Vietnam? Well, not really. Hey, how come? Well, everyone thought my wife was a prostitute and harassed her. Okay, wait, this gets better. Listen to this.
Racism. She got harassed a lot because everyone assumed that she was a local. And with me, makes her a prostitute. And dark skin makes her low class.
Yes.
So there was a lot. A dude punched her. Like she was
punched her?
Yeah, an adolescent kid ran up. We were on a motorbike in this rice paddies, and this kid just ran up and punched her in the back, and then ran.
Bam! That is cockitude. Okay.
My dark-skinned wife was
Believe
punched
me,
in the back.
You were doing something. Okay, you were doing something. You weren't just innocently walking around Nam with this woman and they're punching her and harassing her for 3 months straight. Believe me, you were probably in bars, getting into gambling debts, getting into trouble, right? Owing people money, lying to people. You were probably on the run from 6 different cartels.
Punched her? Like she was
punched her?
Yeah, an adolescent kid ran up. We were on a motorbike in this rice paddies, and this kid just ran up and punched her in the back and then ran off.
Whoa.
Yeah.
A young kid?
Yeah, like 15 or so.
Look at Joe.
Yeah, it was pretty heavy. She
I'd say so.
Like physically accosted 3 times.
She got physically accosted 3 times. It's very funny.
Why is that funny?
It is. And look at Joe's face. Listen, this does not happen. If I were Vietnam, I would sue him. You know how like Albuquerque is mad that Chris D'Elia calls it a shitty town?
Yeah.
Vietnam should really be mad about this. No. We're not going to punch your prostitutic wife.
She got like physically accosted 3 times in Vietnam.
How long were you there?
3 months.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe believes anything.
Yeah.
Anyone who's saying anything to Joe believes it. And then the next case, someone will say so. Joe, you're a fool, bro.
So I didn't dig Vietnam that much. Then we got to Laos, and there was like I mean it's a tough country. They've had shitstorm been going on there since the 40s. You know.
Yeah, okay, you're in your 40s, and believe me, you were doing something.
Ashley Butterfield says, "Worst holiday I've ever heard of."
Worst holiday. There he is, Chris Ryan. Everybody, round of applause. What a fucking schmuck, huh? Low life. And he's such a fly-by-night, door-to-door con man. I believe it. Joe's the only one who likes this guy.